welcome everybody to the planning board meeting of Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Anybody that's sitting at home watching this, if you haven't voted, you'll get an hour, right?
You do, and you better hurry.
You better hurry, Lawrence.
5 ballots,
Yep.
takes you a while.
So other than that, we won't go down that road because we'll look at the minutes. We have a lot of people here
Enough, I think.
for the first time in forever, yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any issue with minutes that were provided? No.
Straightforward.
All right, I'll take a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from May 26th, May 26th, on the 26th, as directed, not directed. Yes, presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should say,
For the record.
David's voting members tonight, since Heather has business down in Boston Way. All right, next is a sketch plan application for map 11 lot 47D. It's basically at the end of Apple Blossom Drive. So do we have the applicant or folks? You wanna come up here, just
We saved the only two nice chairs for the applicants.
so give us a brief overview of what you're trying to do and so forth.
Well, I like to use the plans that were originally drawn up for this lot back in 2015. We went through this planning board at one time, simply because personally, it's just cheaper to do it this way, I'll be honest with you, than to do a backlot driveway. So even though it's way overdone, I want to use these plans to extend the road and hopefully get a building permit. You know, it's just literally cheaper to use these plans that are drawn up and already been approved than to go the other way. So it's way overdone, but
So it was previously engineered or
so
reviewed by engineers.
And that's because you're using the frontage on the cul-de-sac to get your frontage, that's why.
exactly. I mean, I'd like to just use that to get my frontage and put a 12-foot wide road to these standards, but it's just too expensive to go the other way right now. I literally can build this road, overdo it for cheaper, which is absurd, but that's the way it is. This would be 24-foot wide down through there, that last house. So that's what I'd like to do, and since it's been engineered through there already at one time.
So the land underneath the right of way then doesn't drop out below 5 acres, correct, Scott? On the cul-de-sac that's on the lot home.
I don't have that full plan in front of me, but I can't. What's the size of that property?
6 acres, just under 6.
You said 5.7 something.
Yeah.
So just as a devil's advocate, you can come off a cul-de-sac with 50 feet of frontage to a lot, correct?
Yes.
And you can have up to 3 houses off from a cul-de-sac with 50 feet of frontage, correct? That would serve as your road frontage
In subdivision?
in a subdivision, correct?
Yep.
So that's a 60-foot right-of-way coming in through there to this lot?
Oh, it turns to a single lane once it hits his line.
But I'm just talking about the old cul-de-sac. Like this one here, that's,
Which one do you call it, the old
Oh,
one?
the old
this one.
That one there, that's what I thought, yeah.
The old one is what it is at that point.
right, but I'm saying, why can't he pick up 50 feet off from the cul-de-sac here and come in with a backlot driveway instead of having to build out?
You can, you can come in from that cul-de-sac, from that, where the road terminates with the backlot driveway.
This is the difference. When I went to look at this, to have that drawn up, the plans, just to give you an answer, it's $25,000 just to get that done. It's $10,000 to build this road to these specs, which is way overdone.
Mhm.
But it's still cheaper to do that by far.
Okay.
And I don't wanna do that 24 foot wide, but it's, doesn't make any sense. But that's what I gotta do really, financially. It doesn't make any sense the other way.
Yeah, no, I just,
So it's, you know,
to me, it doesn't seem like it would be that much of a difference. It seems like it would go the other way for you to, you know, half the
yeah.
width of the road.
The road,
But-
that would be cheaper there, but to get it designed, this is already, that's the difference, you know, just to get that laid out, it was, the price I got was $25K to get here, to have the meeting, to drop new plans.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that's,
It's fine, I don't mind this price, it's just whatever it is what it is.
Mhm.
So it's all right. It's just weird circumstance, the road's gonna be like
Overdone
a little bit overdone, but,
and cost less, it doesn't make sense at all.
Common sense wasn't in the making of that decision.
well, it's just, you know, in today's environment, we're supposed to encourage house building, right, there's not enough houses to be built, it just seems like it's a lot of hoops to jump through. But that's all, that's really what I want, is to just use the plans that were,
okay.
Originally done it.
All right, anybody have any question on this?
Pretty straightforward.
All right, I'll go through the checklist here and. So once again, this is what was approved, so going forward, there's still gonna have to do a subdivision application or not?
No, they'll have to do a backlot driveway.
What's that?
They'll have to do a backlot driveway.
Why would they have to?
Right, but we don't have any, like a site plan of where the house is gonna be, the septic and all that, right?
We don't need it for a backlot driveway. I mean, we need a septic, but we don't even know where the house is gonna be.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll take a motion to accept the sketch plan.
I'll make a motion that we accept the sketch plan is complete for Kevin and Elena Ford, Apple Blossom Drive, map 11, map 4017. Did I say that right, Elena?
You did.
Yeah, okay.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Somebody wanna do on-site inspection or, anything?
No, I don't think, it's not necessary for me.
Okay. So that's all is, they need to do is give you a septic design and to pull permit?
No, it's gonna have to come back here for a.
Well, that's what I was asking about. This is
Yes.
part of a subdivision
Right,
amendment, correct?
yeah, he has to come back with a site plan.
Right.
So you
Okay, that's what I was
come
confused about.
back with the, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were asking.
Yeah, it was just basically, it's gotta come in as a subdivision, site plan,
Yes,
and then that's gonna show us where the test pits are gonna be, the well and all this other stuff.
right,
Yes,
Right, this is just showing that
just.
you can do the
what you
backlot
want.
driveway,
yes,
Yes.
or the, not backlot driveway, you can do
the
the road,
cul-de-sac.
the
Yes.
cul-de-sac. Okay, all right, so you know what you need to bring, or you dealt with the professional staff of the site plan?
driven Scott nuts, so I'm sure I'll ask him a few questions, so.
But if you wanna tell us now, that would be helpful. Or
Well,
we
you
can
can
just
come-
wait.
You can just come in and deal with
Yes,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, any other questions of us?
No, thank you.
All right, well, wonderful, well, happy you're building in Poland.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Now you can go vote, see?
We already know.
I waited a line 'cause I was
Get
in
in line
line.
again, right?
It's a long line,
You have to do it.
but it's a good sign.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually had a long line too, but it was only in my letter system, the other side was like wide open.
It's always that way.
It is, of course it
Our
is.
half of the alphabet's always busy.
All right, the other new
It is
business,
half, it is halved almost exactly, but that is just how it works, yeah.
how it works against me, that's what it is.
I know, I like that in my last initial meeting.
All right, so the other, only other thing under new business is an approval extension for a formal site plan application for Emerald Pine Solar LLC, Mechanic Falls Road, map 12, lots 48 and 50.
Yes,
Would you like to come up, sir?
Glenn Walker for the applicant, Emerald Pine. Mike apologizes for not being here, but he's at home with his newborn, so he's saving the trip up.
Good for him.
I believe he sent in a request and a letter sort of outlining what we were, hoping to do. I mean, basically, extend the approval, just to give us some cushion on getting construction going and getting financing underway. And also just to point out to the board that as we've been looking at this project, the panel layout within the fence line is likely to change from east to west orientation to north to south, mostly due to geotech we've done and, finding not a lot of ledge, not a lot of impediments to putting a tracker system in. But be no change to the fence line, no change to the setbacks, just the panel orientation. And I believe on the original set of plans, we had denoted that, the panels were sort of for illustration, and that we'd, figure it out. We don't have a final set yet, but what we would do is we would bring the final, issued for construction setback to code enforcement to approve.
So just to be clear, road into the facility does not change, fence line does not change, it's just how the panel's gonna be laid out from orientation wise.
Yeah, orientation and maybe number of panels, just as we refine it, the different manufacturers, panel sizing, you can put more panels on one rack, and so it just as we get down to, getting bids back and who's doing what, we'll have a final, issue for construction set of drawings based on one racking manufacturer that might be different from another one, so we're just kind of going through that process, but that is exactly it.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Scott, the only question I would have on this is, I've never seen this before, not that I think it's a bad thing, but I've never seen a extension on anything that hasn't hit the deadline yet. And is there any issue that you know of in something of that nature?
No, I think Mike thought that the deadline was in June, but I think it actually was in August.
Yeah.
We're all a little nervous, in other words, in other words, it's just the kind of thing that as these deadlines come up, and I'm the same way as Mike, like I would prefer to get them ahead of time, just to make sure that there is a follow-up or something happens.
Mm.
And again, I understand that,
Yep.
we may not need it, but we may, just depending on, where we are with construction and getting things lined up for financing, et cetera.
You know, construction doesn't matter, it's just, if you start it within the 1 year period, then it doesn't matter that you run over, it doesn't need to be complete, it's just, you need to have substantial progress to completing, so, but if there's not an issue with that, Scott? No? Okay.
Is there anything as far as changed over, I mean, because it's going on a year longer, I mean, does anything change? The only thing I'm thinking of is the decommissioning piece of it, because they come up with a number for you, but a year later, that number may be increased or whatever. I'm just throwing that out there. Is that something we need to look at? Let's see.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yeah,
state,
about,
the decommissioning bond?
right.
I have two comments on that, and again, I believe the decommissioning bond, you were gonna be part of the state decommissioning bond.
Correct.
So we've got a state decommissioning bond, and you will be part of that bond.
In the summer.
Those bonds are gonna be updated every 5 years anyway, and so again, yes, would it be a little bit different today? You know, you had the inflation factor,
Mhm.
but it will be trued up long before the 20 years when we anticipate, you know, needing that decommissioning. And that would be my only comment on that, is there is a true up every 5 years under the state rules.
Who monitors that though, as far as the, Scott, do you,
No.
who does monitor
No,
that?
it's
The
the
state.
The state, okay. I just was curious, that's, the only thing I was thinking of is that you're a year out and as we know, everything has escalated. So,
Yeah.
Once again, this seems like more of a assessed value versus real estate value and stuff. I mean, talking about 70 grand being the cost of decommission this with all the panels, the glass, the heavy metals and all that, I guarantee you that when these things start to,
oh, it's not
it's-
70 grand, that's for sure.
it's nowhere gonna be near that.
Right.
But if the state's supposed to look at that and up things, I don't, you know.
Okay, that's why I was wanting to know for sure that it is a state that monitors that, okay.
Right, yeah, typically the way it works is each year we will, we put a decommissioning bond in with the state, the surety with the bond, and so it's renewed every year, and they have to make sure the renewal gets taken, you know, accepted. So there's a whole process with the state for dealing with that,
Okay.
or at least that's been my experience. We've got some operating projects, and each year I, you know, submit a new bond to the state.
So my laziness is gonna ask a question here. Since nothing's changing inside, the road's not changing, the panel configuration may change, this is already on file, do I need to fill this all out, or can I just do on file?
Just do on file.
Okay, thank you.
What's the oldest solar farm we have in Poland now? And how old is it, do you know? Do you know?
Which project?
What's the oldest solar farm in Poland at this time, do you know?
In Poland, I don't know.
Right, this
It's
is
the one on
next
Lewiston
grid,
Junction, I mean, that's basically the only one we have.
right.
Okay.
Somebody got into 26 early in the program, because there's a lot of projects, you know, between 95 and Rumford on 26. It actually surprises me how many got built, not so much Poland, but further, what is that, northwest?
Northwest of here.
Right.
Yeah. Because we came in looking, and I was surprised that we were late to the game, so, but I think the oldest project in the state might be Colby's. Colby's got a ground mount. That might be the oldest project that was predated this program.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know who's got the oldest project.
I just wondered how they fare over time, if there's one that's 10 years old or whatever it is, you know, how it's,
My experience has been, as long as you maintain them and pay attention to the inverters, everything seems to work well. I'm not saying you don't have hiccups, but I've got a fair bit of experience, you know, tangentially with projects in Massachusetts that are significantly older than this. I mean, they're creeping up on their 20-year cycle.
Yeah.
And again, there are inverter replacement, it's equipment replacement, but no, wouldn't call it catastrophic failure of the panels or the racking or.
and they can go, I mean, more than the 20 years, I mean, the life, that's the estimated life, right?
Yeah, the anticipation is it's all a function of, the inverters you switch out, I mean, that's just an electronic component you switch out. The racking, you know, that'll be there for a long, long time, foundations will be there a long time. And then it's just the efficiency of the panels. They expect panels to go 20, 30 years, but at some point you're like, the efficiency degrades over time.
Mhm.
And so you replace the panels just to bring the efficiency back up, in theory.
Okay. Interesting.
The question I have on this, on the decommissioning, probably will not happen in the state of Maine, but I'm sure you've seen out in the Midwest, where they had hurricanes come through, or tornadoes, I should say, and just decimated 800-acre solar farms. Just ripped everything up, broke the glass, I mean, just everything is trashed. So under like a force majeure clause on that, Does that get you out of doing the decommissioning? Not that we get hurricanes and tornadoes.
No, you wouldn't, you know, if you had the catastrophic failure like that, you know, for a weather event, first of all, you'd have the insurance on the project, it was an
So the
operating
insurance on the
project.
project.
So that you have insurance on that project, and then you have the decommissioning.
Okay.
I would not wanna fight that out with the insurance company, but, yeah, on our projects, we carry, insurance for things like that.
Yeah, no, it's just, it was one of those things that I just felt that when these huge fields got ripped out and we had glass everywhere and everything. So. All right, about, I guess, can I have a motion for the approval extension for the Emerald Pine Solar LLC, please?
I'll make a motion that we approve the extension of the fully place the site plan application of Emerald Pine Solar LLC, Mechanic Falls Road, map 12, lot 48 and 50. And it will be extended for 1 year. Is that what-
One year, and if you could just recognize that the panel placement might change, that would be great, just so that we don't have to come back.
Okay.
You wanna just put that in
Yeah,
a condition?
All right, if anything changes with the panels, that you'll come back and bring us an updated plan.
Well, no.
No, you're
No,
just gonna
he
give it
wants,
to
he
us.
wants not to come back to us, that Scott
But he'll
can.
bring it to Scott, that's what
Right,
I'm saying, yeah.
so everything's still gonna be in the same footprint, it's just that could be tweaked
Right,
or rotated,
Right.
so.
but he'll bring an updated plan.
You wanna do these
Uh,
two?
No, I'd say we don't need a site walk or a public hearing for that.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Great, now we need to do it for the checklist, please.
What's that?
Now we need to approve the
You gotta do the
checklist,
checklist.
please.
I'll make a motion that we approve the checklist for the formal site plan application. It's the extension of the checklist, is that what you call it? For Emerald Pine Solar LLC, Mechanic Falls Road, map 12, lot 48 and 50.
Second.
All those in favor? All right, well, you'll have another year to, hopefully it gets built quicker than that.
Let's hope so, but, thank you, very much for your time, and have a great evening.
You too,
Yep.
thank you.
Can you go up this way? or-
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, Scott, you had something about Auburn housing that we got.
Yeah, did you have a chance to take a look at it?
I did, I didn't really. Do you, does,
No, it's nothing that was on the agenda, so it's not on the packet.
okay, yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with it, but does anybody have an issue? Did you get the email
I did.
about, you know, them just kinda moving a few,
The only
de
question I had-
minimis changes, so.
I was gonna ask Tom about the hydrant location, but other than that, I don't think there was any issues. I don't think I'll have an issue, it's pretty accessible, so.
Yeah, I don't see an issue for them to have to come back
You
or.
wanna just get a new site plan to sign, or?
Yeah, we definitely should sign off on the site plan. With the fire chief, re-looking at that for sure.
And I also have this one,
What's that?
and I also have this one, that was brought to me this week,
Okay.
the library.
Wow, should we make the town follow the same rules as everybody else? Seems pretty easy to me.
I'm gonna refrain from any comment on that.
What did George say, you gotta ask?
And this is all right.
They wanna move the location of their lights to these darker locations, removing that one, which was my concern. I think they probably at least should come back with a photometric plan that's adjusted for those locations.
You're saying they want to remove this one behind it?
Well, all the ones in red are gonna be removed, and then the dark circles they got in there, those are the new locations.
So the one in the middle of the parking lot,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
want to
Third one,
remove
yeah, there's another one
completely.
here, it looks like. That they
So-
want to move, and down there.
These are the new locations.
And the concern is so you're in the middle and there's no light.
Right, right.
Well, if you got one from each end, though, it should be,
Well,
Stay
once
to
again,
one side.
once again, we don't know if they have any stuff off the
And
building.
there's nothing off the building that I know of. It's
That's
all
what I'm saying, we don't do
Down
that
lights.
down lighting off the building.
Inside the walkway area.
Yeah, I think they should come back with at least a photometric on that, because like this is,
Mhm.
I mean, that's, well, I mean, you'll get a little bit from here and a little bit from here. I mean, these two here. I
So
mean,
the
that's-
attacker can wait in the middle of the parking lot, not the edges.
Well, they're gonna have to
Sweet.
they're gonna have to rethink their strategy.
Actually, it's better because then everyone comes to them, because you're gonna be parking mostly in the middle.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
there's
think
more
they
picking.
they should come back with something to show us why this plan is better than the other plan, and at least the photometric stuff, because it's like Sarah says, I mean, that's a big area,
It really
area in the
is.
center there, for sure.
Why do they wanna do away with that light, for space?
because they're adding these others.
Plowing,
I think it
Oh,
was plowing.
but you can go around it.
The one on
right.
the one they want to move on this corner, they're concerned with plowing as well, coming from this end, but.
Plowing on that end, here's the property line, it's not like they have a hell of a lot of
Yeah, I
room
know.
to stuff stuff.
I know.
It's not, you're not gonna fill all those spaces anyway for 1,500 people a year that go to the library. So,
They're full now.
yeah, that's about the only time.
Well, you're forgetting about the whole
Oh, yeah,
amphitheater and everything happening in the summertime, John.
yeah, yes.
That's why you're going over to the school board kick-ass over there instead of staying here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think they should produce something that just gives us
Okay.
a way on that, so. Speaking of that as well, not that I care,
You do have to-
they put they put chain link fence up all around the entrance or where they're doing the construction into the library.
Mhm.
And I kind of appreciate what they did, because I don't think it's up to the town to give EV drivers free charging.
I don't
But
know
they
why- I don't
covered
know
up
why.
the charging station over there.
Well, it says it's not in service either on this, there's a sign on it.
Well, I thought it says it's not in service because they put the fencing in.
I don't,
Yeah.
Since you don't have an EV anymore for the town, I guess it doesn't matter, right? So
I would think you could keep that open.
I'm surprised people haven't complained, and maybe I should have kept my mouth
Well,
shut.
there are quite a few common, frequent flyers over there.
Probably one of the 1,500 that use the libraries.
Probably.
All right, with that, anybody have any things?
Can we get some more voting machines?
What's that?
Can we get some more of those machines on the?
Voting machines.
Yeah, that would help. That would help when we have when you have 5 ballots or more.
Yeah,
It would make it go faster.
especially when you have 90-year-old men going, what do I do with this one? And I'm like,
There's
what,
three
want me
in
to do this
Gloucester.
for you?
Well, I
There's
think,
3 in New Gloucester, thanks
isn't the whole
God.
state supposed to get new ones for November?
A
I
rig
believe
one?
so. I
I
believe, I believe the whole state is supposed to get.
Hold
new
my
ones for
breath
November.
for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I thought it was pretty well explained. I mean, you have one state ballot, and the first machine said state ballot only, but.
The 15 people in front of me didn't
Okay.
understand. So-
Well, they should have a training session for people to slide those in.
So this one, this is the only one that goes here? No, it's the other one. I almost literally was like, just hand me all to me and I'll see these things through.
All right, John, you have anything?
Nothing, no.
No. I guess I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Daryl?
I'm good.
We have anything coming up that you know of for the next meeting? Anything's coming?
Maybe this will be.
Maybe go on vacation or another.
Oh, geez. Well, if it's your final meeting, we gotta take you down to Cindy's or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called now.
How do you know it's your final meeting? You didn't
Because
bring that?
we have nothing coming in. Oh, you assuming he's gonna win?
You told me
He's
when I
getting
walked in, I
cocky.
walked.
I did.
I thought you were stuffing the ballot.
All right, I'll take a final motion, please.
I'll make a motion to
I will be
adjourn.
at the next meeting.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Not everybody?